Every winter, homes seem to transform overnight. Windows glow, pine scents fill the air, and even the grumpiest neighbor might crack a smile at twinkling lights. But how do you create that warm, magical feeling without breaking the bank or your spirit? Winter Christmas decorations go beyond hanging a few ornaments. Want your space to feel festive and inviting? Looking for ideas that balance coziness with charm? This list brings together creative tips and simple projects anyone can try. No fancy skills required, just a dash of holiday cheer. Stringing a frosted pine cone garland across a rustic wooden mantel instantly brings a cozy woodland vibe to your home. The dusting of artificial snow on each pine cone catches the light from delicate fairy strands, casting a soft, enchanting glow. It's simple, affordable, and works for nearly any decorating style. Yet sometimes the garland sheds a bit of snow, and pine cones can prick fingers if handled roughly, so wear gloves while arranging. Pair this setup with a few simple candles or a plaid throw nearby to create a space that feels welcoming, warm, and straight out of a holiday postcard. Tiny Christmas village houses, glowing softly with twinkle lights, create a scene that feels straight out of a storybook. Place them on a mantel or a side table. The warm light through their windows makes any room feel welcoming. Add cotton batting for snow on the rooftops for extra charm. Some might say these displays are cliché, but their appeal endures. Kids and adults both love watching the miniature world come alive. Want to switch it up? Mix handmade houses with store-bought pieces. Your village doesn't need to be perfect. Quirks add character and spark conversation. White paper snowflakes, hung at different lengths, can change any room into a snowy wonderland. This simple craft invites creativity, costs next to nothing, and works for any space. Try making a few with the kids or friends. Each design ends up a little different. Who needs expensive decor? However, paper snowflakes can collect dust if left hanging too long. Keep a small handheld vacuum nearby for a quick cleanup. If you're worried about tape marks, opt for removable adhesive hooks. In just an hour, you'll have a winter scene that feels straight from a storybook. Red berry and evergreen sprigs bring a punch of color and life to any classic Christmas wreath. These elements stand out against the green, catching the eye and sparking nostalgia. Guests notice the pop of red before they even step inside. It's a simple, budget-friendly upgrade with big impact. Adding natural sprigs isn't just for looks. The scent of fresh evergreen fills your entryway, creating a warm welcome. Be careful, though. Real berries can attract curious pets. If that's a concern, faux berries offer the same cheerful look without worry. Either way, this small touch says holiday cheer lives here. Pine branches dusted with ice crystals offer a refreshing twist for your Christmas table. Placing them in a clear glass vase highlights their natural shape and the sparkle of the crystals. This setup brings a forest charm indoors, while staying simple enough for busy hosts or anyone tired of glitter explosions. Cleaning up after pine needles can be a pain, so consider placing a coaster beneath the vase. For extra flair, add a few red berries or a string of fairy lights. Guests will notice the contrast between frosty branches and transparent glass, making conversation just a little brighter. Miniature woodland animal figurines can steal the show beneath a Christmas tree. Imagine a fox, rabbit, or hedgehog, half hidden in faux snow, catching the eye of every guest. These tiny accents add a playful storybook charm. Kids love them, adults notice the details, and everyone's curiosity is piqued. Placing these figurines is simple. Tuck a squirrel by a pine cone, or let a deer peek from behind wrapped gifts. However, too many figurines can clutter the scene and distract from the tree itself. Use restraint for the biggest impact. Sometimes, less really is more. Frosty blue glass ornaments shimmer like frozen drops, catching every flicker of candlelight on your mantel. Their delicate, old-fashioned charm creates a peaceful mood. Why settle for plastic when these treasures can turn a simple shelf into a winter fairy tale? Try grouping them with white candles for maximum effect. Of course, vintage glass isn't perfect. Accidents happen, and these baubles break easily. Handle with care, and consider displaying them out of reach of pets or wild toddlers. Still, their nostalgic sparkle outshines anything mass-produced, inviting guests to pause and reminisce. Isn't that what the holidays are really about? A nativity scene tucked beneath twinkling stars and glowing string lights feels timeless. This setup brings both warmth and wonder to any room. Your guests will pause, drawn in by the gentle illumination and familiar figures. Why not add a pinch of pine cones or a handful of fresh greenery for extra charm? Lighting matters more than you think. Choose soft, warm bulbs for a cozy feel or mix in cool white for a crisp, snowy look. Just remember, too many lights can overpower the scene. Keep it simple. Your nativity should always be the star of the show. Pine cones dusted with white paint can bring a simple yet striking winter touch to your space. Gather them in a rustic wooden tray for an easy centerpiece. The contrast between the snowy tips and natural wood evokes cozy cabin vibes. Plus, this setup doesn't require expensive supplies or much time. This decoration works well on dining tables or mantels. Want a bolder effect? Add sprigs of greenery or fairy lights to the tray. While it looks charming, pine cones may shed, so keep a dustpan handy. Still, the effortless charm outweighs any minor mess. Gingerbread men and candy cane stakes add instant warmth to a frosty walkway. Their bold, cheerful colors pop against white snow, grabbing everyone's attention. Kids love the playful shapes, while adults appreciate the nostalgia. Installation takes minutes. Just push stakes into the ground. It's a festive shortcut to holiday curb appeal. However, plastic decorations can become brittle in extreme cold. Consider checking them after each snowfall to keep your display looking sharp. Want an extra touch? Try solar-powered lights around your candy canes. Suddenly, your walkway becomes a glowing runway for Santa's sleigh, hard to miss and harder not to smile at. Pillar candles placed among frosted greenery and pine cones bring instant sophistication to any space. The soft candlelight dances off the icy leaves, creating a warm yet crisp effect. It's a simple trick. Group candles of varying heights, nestle them in faux snow-tipped branches, and let the scene speak for itself. Worried about wax strips or fire hazards? Try battery-operated candles for the same glow without the fuss. While real pine cones and greenery add a lovely scent, they can dry out and shed. For low maintenance, artificial options keep the arrangement looking fresh all season long. Minimalism meets magic with a Scandinavian-style Christmas tree. Crisp white and soft gold ornaments give your space a clean, calming vibe. No need to overload the branches. A few well-chosen decorations make a stronger statement than a cluttered tree. Who says more is always better? Sometimes, simple wins the race. The biggest perk is how adaptable this look can be. Use white lights and natural wood accents for warmth. Want a dash of personality? Mix in handmade straw stars or paper ornaments. The only drawback? If you crave glitz and color, this style may feel too subdued. For many, though, that's the point. Imagine walking into a room and being greeted by a sprawling, snowy village mural. This kind of backdrop sets the tone for a party, sparking nostalgia and childlike excitement. Guests immediately feel transported, making conversation easier and photos infinitely more charming. It's a conversation starter that truly pulls its weight. However, size does matter. A mural this big can be tricky to set up in smaller spaces. Make sure you measure your wall and consider removable wallpaper or fabric panels. If you're crafty, invite friends to help paint or assemble it together, turning setup into part of the holiday fun. A fireplace mantle draped in thick green garlands sets the scene for a classic Christmas. Add dangling red ornaments for a pop of color and a nostalgic touch. This combo brings warmth and tradition to your living room, inviting everyone to gather and make memories that outshine even the twinkling lights. Don't overthink the arrangement. Layer pine cones, faux berries, or even a few stray candy canes among the greenery. Worried about mess or fire safety? Opt for artificial garlands and shatterproof ornaments. This classic look never goes out of style, but is easy to adapt for busy, real-life households. Small bottle brush trees, lightly dusted with fake snow, instantly bring a wintry feeling to your home. Arranging them by height, from tallest to shortest, creates a pleasing effect on a windowsill. It's simple, budget-friendly, and adds charm even to cramped apartments or busy family kitchens. Why do these trees work so well? Their textured bristles catch the light, making mornings feel festive. You can add battery-operated fairy lights or tiny ornaments for extra sparkle. The only downside? They may shed a little snow, so keep a hand vacuum nearby to tidy up any mess. Neutral-toned baubles and burlap ribbons create a calm, inviting farmhouse-style Christmas tree. Think creamy whites, soft grays, and gentle metallics. These elements offer a cozy, understated charm. Unlike loud colors, they blend easily with existing decor. Want a tree that feels both festive and timeless? This combination delivers. Simple doesn't mean boring. Mix bauble sizes, add a few wooden ornaments, and twist the burlap for texture. No need to break the bank. Many supplies are budget-friendly. The only downside? Some might find the look too subtle. But if you crave peace over glitz, this is a win. The oversized wooden snowflakes on the porch make a bold first impression. Their rustic charm stands out, especially against winter's gray skies. Pair them with thick plaid blankets draped over chairs. It's practical, guests stay warm, and visually inviting. Who wouldn't want to linger a bit longer outside, cocoa in hand? However, wooden decor needs a little care in wet climates. Seal the snowflakes with weatherproofing spray to keep them looking fresh. Mix colors and patterns for the blankets to avoid a cookie-cutter look. Small touches, like lanterns or pine cones mixed in, add warmth without overwhelming the space. Blue and silver ornaments on a flocked Christmas tree create a scene that feels straight from a snow globe. The frosted branches paired with cool tones add elegance and a crisp, wintry charm. Think shimmering icicles, glassy baubles, and twinkling fairy lights. It's a simple way to bring winter indoors. Some might worry this color scheme feels cold, but layering different textures like velvet ribbons or knitted ornaments adds warmth. Mixing matte and glossy finishes can prevent the look from feeling flat. Want extra sparkle? Drape metallic garlands or scatter crystal drops for a finish that catches every eye. Mason jars brimming with cranberries and floating candles add instant charm to any Christmas table. Their simple, homespun look feels inviting and festive. The flicker of candlelight reflecting off the red berries creates a cozy glow, no fancy centerpiece needed. Even kids can help assemble these, making setup a breeze. However, watch the water level. Too little and the candles won't float. Add sprigs of pine or a twist of twine for extra flair. This budget-friendly decor works for any party, from casual dinners to holiday brunches, and guests always notice the thoughtful, homemade touch. Imagine walking into a classroom where white felt garlands snake across the ceiling, instantly brightening even the gloomiest winter afternoon. These garlands are simple to make, budget-friendly, and add a touch of elegance that store-bought tinsel just can't match. Kids love helping, which creates a sense of ownership and excitement. Add 3D paper stars, and suddenly the room feels magical. Hanging stars create depth, casting playful shadows that change as the day goes on. The only hiccup? Paper stars can be fragile. Remind students to handle decorations gently. Still, the visual payoff far outweighs that minor hiccup. Hand-painted woodland animal ornaments add warmth and charm to any tree. Foxes with bright eyes, owls perched on branches, and deer with gentle features, each piece feels like a small story. These ornaments spark nostalgia and conversation. They make your space cozier, especially for those who love the outdoors. However, since each ornament is crafted by hand, expect slight differences in color or shape. Some might see these as flaws, but others view them as proof of real artistry. If you appreciate craft and character over factory-made perfection, these decorations will steal your heart. Pine boughs and cinnamon sticks tied with twine bring a fresh, woodsy scent to your dining area. Attach them to chair backs for a simple yet memorable touch. The rich aroma beats any artificial spray. If you're worried about sap, wrap the ends or use faux pine. No shame in keeping things neat. Guests notice the details, so why not give them something to talk about? These accents take minutes to assemble, but linger in memory, blending natural fragrance and rustic style. For an extra twist, add dried orange slices or a sprig of rosemary. Your chairs become instant conversation starters. Simple greenery wreaths paired with black and white gingham bows bring a fresh yet classic style to winter Christmas decorations. This combination looks crisp against any door color. Why overcomplicate things? A circle of pine and a checkered ribbon show that easy choices can still pack a visual punch. Hanging these on every door creates instant unity throughout your home. You don't need expensive ornaments, just real or artificial greenery and affordable ribbon. Even a novice can craft these in minutes. The only drawback? Your neighbors might start copying your style, but imitation is flattery, right? Mini LED lit Christmas houses bring charm and warmth to your holiday setup. Placing them at the tree's base creates a glowing village scene that delights both kids and adults. Who needs a complicated train set when you can build your own twinkling neighborhood in minutes? It's simple, quick, and inviting. These houses use very little power and are safe for households with pets or children. Arrange them on faux snow, add tiny figurines, and suddenly, your living room feels storybook ready. Just don't overdo it. Too many lights can look cluttered and distract from the tree's natural beauty. Balance is key. Few decorations create magic like frozen water balloon luminaries. Fill balloons with water, add food coloring for a splash of cheer, and freeze. Once solid, peel away the rubber. Place tea lights inside the icy orbs. These glowing globes will turn any snowy outdoor path into a glowing wonderland. Sure, they melt eventually, but that's half the fun, watching the flickering light dance as the ice slowly disappears. Kids love helping with the setup, and guests will remember the cozy welcome. Simple steps, minimal cost, and a dash of creativity deliver an unforgettable Christmas Eve entrance. Choosing the right winter Christmas decorations brings warmth and sparkle to any space. Whether you lean toward handmade crafts or classic garlands, there's no wrong way to spread cheer. Even a simple strand of fairy lights can turn a chilly corner inviting. Ready to give your home a festive twist? Start small, hang pine cones, add candles, or make paper snowflakes. Mix in personal touches for charm. Why wait? Grab your favorite idea, gather supplies, and let the holiday magic begin.